Let's drink some wine. Hi everyone, I'm Bryan Hinschberger.
And I'm Paul Hinschberger.
We're the Wine Brothers, and we have Bon Vivant Imports. I do national sales for the company, and we have the privilege of working with some really exceptional estates in Portugal. And it's kind of the newest addition or newest expansion of our portfolio, really. And this particular estate, I'm very, very excited on in a few different ways. Like, it's from the Dão region. So Dão, when we think of Portugal, we think of port. I think maybe first and foremost, Vinho Verde, red wines kind of from up north, and then even from down south, they're starting to get some popularity, kind of closer down to Lisbon. But the Dão is also kind of this hidden gem that even, you start reading some press that it's like the Burgundy of Portugal. There were some really elegant wines found that have broadness of fruit but acidity and freshness in the wines without being heavy and overwhelming. And Lugar de Darei or Casa de Darei, the wines are called Lugar de Darei. Casa de Darei is in the Dão, right on the Dão River. So the Dão River kind of meanders its way through this region. Although it's kind of central Portugal or a little bit north and not so far away from the ocean, it sits definitely within some blockades of beautiful mountain ranges. A lot of granite here in the soils, sand is in the soil. And they're on this old river, and it's a 150 hectare property. It's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. 5.8 acres or hectares is vineyard. The rest is wild preserved forest, land you can't touch, part of the river. I mean, it's really stunning. They have this gorgeous couple 100-year-old giant home that is part of it's the cellar, and it's kind of now you can go, Airbnb style. It's really exquisite stuff. So we're going to start with their Branco. In Portugal, white wines are known as Branco. Portuguese language is very difficult to pronounce. I try to do my best, so bear with me here. But this essentially, they have a couple little plots of white grapes. Encruzado is the main white varietal for the estate, and definitely what is in here as well. Malvasia Fina is also in here, as well as some Bical. And some Cercial. Cercial you may know from Madeira World and such. But this is basically brought in the two entry white and the red are actually not their own estate, but they manage the vineyards of some neighboring vineyards so that they can have a little bit more production for their entry level wines. And then these are the estate fruits. And so in this is fermented in stainless steel. Spends time in really large cement before release. What's happening on the nose?
Kind of like some melon, stone fruit, lemon lime, but it has like some sweetness to it. Like a sweet nose, and the palate is also kind of like sweet fruits, although it's dry finish.
I'm glad you pointed out melon. I kind of get this combination between like a really ripe cantaloupe and honeydew. That green melon that I love. Which when I was smelling some melon, you were mentioning like that lime zest note, and I kind of get this limey green melon, ripe cantaloupe tone to this.
Yeah,
God, it's so good. The texture is awesome, but like it's not weighty on the palate. But there's a lot of mouthfeel in this wine, plus great acidity. This is fun. This property is captivating in so many ways. It's absolutely beautiful. And their wines, I'm excited about. It's a different zone from Portugal. Different things are happening.
Yeah.
I think it's gorgeous. So now moving just to their estate fruit, because they have the 5.8 hectares of their own estate fruit, and then they work on vineyards of a few more hectares to accomplish the previous wine. But this is their properties white grapes, basic same blend, kind of same breakdown, mainly that Encruzado grape, and no oak aging on this. So here's what's cool: Lagar de Darei. Lagar are the big open granite troughs where the grapes come in, and you know the I Love Lucy show, or they're stomping grapes. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they do here. And so this is fermented in lagar open vats, put into giant cement vats for about 10 months, and then bottled. And there's some real gorgeous depth, some complexity on the nose.
It's really concentrated, like
on the nose, palate, both.
Both. I think, I smell similar things between the two ones, but this one just seems like concentrated fruit. Like it's really punches you in the face with with all that deliciousness.
Wow. There is a lot going on. Do you know when you're in Europe, you've been there, have you ever had a kiwi over there?
You've been there.
I
don't know.
The kiwis are everywhere.
Okay.
They have a lot of kiwi, and they never eat them ripe. They always seem to be really firm and hard. Sometimes you get a good one, but that kind of underripe or firm kiwi, and you just take it and you just kind of take a spoon and start carving at it. I get a lot of that tone in this on the mouthfeel here, which I like a lot. Even though
what?
I wish it
So
was
European
ripe.
kiwi you're talking about?
Yeah.
Not American kiwi.
I don't know. Do we have kiwis growing here? Yeah, we probably do.
We get kiwis.
We get kiwis.
Yeah.
No, it's just, I think in America, if I have a kiwi on my counter, I'm going to wait till it's ripe.
Oh, I see.
In Europe, you get a big old bowl of kiwi and you're like, well, guess I'll take this one.
There you have it, folks.
There you have it. Europe.
You need to let your kiwis ripen more.
Or you don't, because it's pretty delicious still, because I like this quality that I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? This is neat. There's a really cool flinty note on the nose as well that I like. It's gorgeous. So these vines, they're kind of situated above the riverbed. And if you look at these labels, you notice the kind of beautiful split, this perfectly split label. That is the Dão River, representing the Dão River. And then there's the little splotch there, which kind of looks like a dust spot, but it's the thumbprint
of the one
of José. José is the proprietor, the owner.
Yeah. He's
He's been there since this property started in 1997. José Ruvo. I'm awful at pronouncing their names, but José is fantastic. His son Carlos is awesome, and the two of them work together and just for this incredible project. And so this is José's thumbprint. Now the tinto, Torriga Nacional, Tinto Roriz, Jaén is Menthia, but from this part of the world, or from this part of Portugal. And Alfrocheiro. So Alfrocheiro, quite a bit of Jaén, a little bit Tinto Roriz, which is Tempranillo, and then Torriga Nacional, which is kind of the Portuguese red flagship grape. What do you think? This is cool stuff.
earthy and minerally. I love how Europe can just get so much minerality out of their soil.
Right.
Or out of the wines from their soil. It's like there's the fruit, there's really pure fruit, delicious fruit, but then there's this underlying rock base that's just makes it more complex and interesting and tasty.
Yeah, it's true. There always is, well, not always, but there's just this really fine base that's built. This core
Foundation.
The foundation of this wine is mineral.
Yeah.
And then fruit pops out and flowers pop out and little pixie fairies fly out. It's all sorts of amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I get some of that tobacco tone on the nose, and this is not oaked. This is just cement. Stainless steel fermentation, cement. But I definitely get some of that, even cedar boxy, smoke. If you open up a cedar box, that and you have, and it poops out tobacco smoke.
Yeah.
And then inside you find seared scallops, and they're smoke infused. Have you ever seen that? Swanky chefs doing that kind of thing.
No, but
well, that's going on here.
Cool.
But instead of seared scallops, it's seared granite rock.
Yeah, that's sounds delicious.
I'll take 2. So this is the Semabrigo. Semabrigo, I am in love with this wine because it's essentially, it was destined to be a regular Reserva. They've always done a Reserva wine along with the Tinto and then the Branco and then the Reserva Branco. Semabrigo was this kind of one-off in 2011. They may kind of continue on to do these things, but the Semabrigo was this section of it was this big cement vat that they were tasting from, going, God, this doesn't taste like the other Reservas in the room. Mm-hmm. It's so good, but it's definitely different. The blend was a little bit different, and they decided that they didn't want to blend it into the Reservas, but it had no home, so they called it homeless, and in Portuguese, it's Semabrigo.
Semabrigo.
So, and the name stuck. So when it was time to bottle, they're like, you know what, we really like this wine, we're just going to bottle it, and the name stuck as Homeless or Semabrigo, which is kind of a fun little charm little story. Yeah, it's fun. So this is foot pressed in lagars, thrown into giant cement vats, aged for 24 months before bottling.
It's a really cool floral tone on the palate. I suppose it would be like a purple petunia of sorts.
Yeah,
not so much white, but the purple.
Purple petunia all the way. Ooh, right there.
Right there?
Like it hits you, and you're just like, yeah, that's good. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
That moment.
Mid finish.
Mid finish is like explosive brambleberry, blackberry, boysenberry, like.
Yeah, and I'm getting like
with the leaves too.
Sassafras and bay leaf on the nose.
Right there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
cool. Sassafras.
What is sassafras?
Yeah, little sassafras. Suffering sassafras. Here and I we were eating succotash, and we couldn't stop saying that, but succotash and sassafras sound kind of similar. Now this is their standard Reserva.
You'll have to forgive my brother.
There is no forgiveness needed. This is the standard Reserva. Again, we're dealing with Torre Nacional, Jaén, Tinto Roriz, and Alfrocheiro. But on a yearly basis, you know, their best wine makes it into the Reserva. 24 months in the large cement vat.
No oak on this either.
No oak on this either. Yeah. And then they have one really cool high-end wine that was made in 2004 called José, after José. The wine it's stunning.
Wow.
Yeah. As these wines open, the elegance really starts to flesh out. You know, we just open these.
Yeah.
We like to try to give you the initial experience, bam, right off the bat. But
They
as
are
these
a little tight, but I can see what you mean. I mean, they have great elegance and
actually, this would be fun to revisit tonight with some dinner.
Definitely.
Because they broaden out, and when I tasted the José, I kind of freaked out because I was like, this reminds me of Gevrey Chambertin, like good Gevrey Premier Grand Cru even. Grand Cru even. Okay, now forgive me. How's the nose on this?
It's really
it's different than Semabrigo for sure.
It is, yeah. This has more of the irony characteristic in this one.
The fruit is a little bit more, I think, soft and plush. Kind of a different minerality tone too. The Semabrigo, I felt like kind of had that real rock solid core base. This is there, but I'm getting more fruit, more kind of roundness on the palate.
Fruit base with some
with the dangle
little bit of
doodles.
rocks. Yeah, maybe some
the
cavern stalactites.
Stalactites of minerality.
Yeah.
There's so much great fruit core with stalactites of minerality. Say that at your next party. Anyways, fine wines from the Dão. This is an exciting region of Portugal. Casa de Darei is absolutely delicious. Jose and Carlos are doing amazing wines. Love what they're doing. Really excited about these wines. And yeah, until the next time, cheers.
Cheers.